I'm gonna tell you some freaky stuff, man, and I'm gonna freak you out here. But you know, it was a near-death experience. And, you know, I didn't really think about the car, you know, because I turned around and, you know, I sat there and I started filling up the gas. I've only put 2,500 kilometers in 10 days or 12 days.
Let me just interrupt real quick for people who don't know. Michael Wekerle was filling up his car, his rare, only 2 in Canada. This Porsche.
No, yeah, it's a 918 now. It's called the 917.
It was a hybrid Spider Porsche. Beautiful car, and it caught fire. There was all these videos going online, and then we found out it was your car. I apologize. Take over from here.
I just got to do my epitaph here. Just one second. Todd tries to do this for everybody here. So, Todd. Yes, that was for the epitaph of the car. Very sad moment, but we do this in the morning. Well, not really, but thank you very much. Did I tell you I love your show?
We love you being on the show.
Thank you. Yeah, so, you know, it's kind of a freaky thing. You know, I've always driven fast cars since I couldn't afford a car. And so one of the first things when I was 20, started working, started making money, I started buying cars. This was the, you know, the nicest car, most expensive car I've ever bought. And I put about 2,500, 3,000 kilometers in probably 22, 23 days, but I didn't drive every day, but probably 12 days of serious driving. Went back and forth to Waterloo, mostly highway driving back and forth, but a spectacular car. Would go to hybrid, which would just have felt like a very fast golf cart. And in traffic, it was really cool. But, you know, when you're driving the highway, there's nothing better than the sound of that engine revving up. And it redline at over 9,000 and had 850 horsepower in aspiration and 210 horsepower in hybrid. So it was a serious car. What I didn't know about the car was the way it's configured till after the fact, and thank God I'm here today. Or, you know, it's just these freaky stories. I was filling up the gas at Caledon and King and Highway 10 and the Esso station, and we're just a couple of guys come over and say, well, what's the horsepower? I go through the whole story, and it just overflows because it's a straight pipe that comes out, so it didn't really stop, but maybe about 4 or 5 ounces came out. And he said, oh, you got to clean it up. There's no paper napkins. I looked down. There's a squeegee that's been there since the 80s, so it's all dried up. And then I realized that, you know, I just refused the extra paint job, liquid paint, which was $100,000. So I didn't want to even go down and touch the paint. And I go, not going to do that. So I backed off and put it down. But thank God I put the nozzle in the holster, and then it just blew. And the gentleman behind the register was smart enough to turn off the pumps right at that point in time where we'd had a very serious accident. And it wasn't the car, it was just, you know, all the people in the gas station. There's the diner was full, there were kids walking around, and, you know, this is a gas station. The car enveloped in flames very quickly. We unloaded. I went to the passenger side and took out the very small gas extinguisher, which should have been my first clue that this car was probably...
Interesting.
Yeah.
Which is a rare thing to have, like not available to someone in a car.
My Ford Escape does not have a gas extinguisher.
Hey, Weck, you don't have a Ford Escape.
It's a Twitch. I think I get $5 for that.
Okay. Can we get $250 of it? We need it. Okay.
Thanks, then. Cha-cha-cha. Okay. Thank you for it. Thank you very much. Amy Bourne, that's for you. Cha-cha-cha.
He's not even kidding. Fuck. We're doing everything wrong. We can't even get Ford to give us.
But, you know, funny enough, I was sitting there the week before. So a week before, I'm at a friend of mine's, Peter Chenier, who's like one of my best friend, and Indian Pete hails out of Ottawa, a great guy, and his family, and one of his good friends, Johnny Boots, is dating the girl from the Cheltenham store, and her brother Daryl is a chicken farmer, so he wanted me to come over and take a picture of my car and him sitting in it. So I did that, and this is a week before, but I didn't see it till the day of the hockey tournament, which my kids were playing. I didn't play in the, Princess Margaret Conquer Cancer.
Yeah, I saw the Road Hockey to Conquer Cancer.
Well,
I saw you down there.
I was there. I didn't play. I saw you very aptly playing there, Todd. You're a hell of a player. My twin boys played, but this picture freaked me out because he shows me this picture, and I was there present, and in the passenger seat, there's this image, man, and it's really freaky, and this is the day before the car blew up, and there's no one in the car, and there's someone there, and I go, And there's a dove, which I let 12 doves go at my wife's passing in Mount Pleasant Cemetery when she died. And we did the burial 4.5 years ago. And, we had to remove her, and long story, but mausoleum, blah, 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 blah. And there's 12 doves, and my daughter sang. It was really beautiful. And there's 12 doves. So this picture shows up. And I didn't see it till the day before.
If you don't mind, can I see real quick? This is the reaction of everyone in the room right now is just very wild.
So there's no one in the passenger seat. And this image of a head comes up there, and it's like a ghostly image.
It looks like it's even, that is wild.
That's legitimately, like, I get goosebumps. No joke. That's incredible. It looks, there's a person in the passenger
I think
seat.
that some form of positiveness was on my side. That, I don't know if it's positive or negative. It looks more negative than positive, but I'm going with the dove right now. And but when it was inflamed, we unloaded 2 fire extinguishers on it, and the heroes that were there, the guys were asking me about the car, ripped off the wall, the 2 extinguishers. I ripped off this pop can of an extinguisher, and did lint, and then we put like fire, like the retardant fire extinguisher went on there. It was just incredible, but it did nothing. It just stopped the fire for about 2 seconds, then bang, it went up again, and then 20-foot flames. And I couldn't get people away from videoing the car being burnt down. And if this went up, this is a gas station. The whole thing's gonna go like. I'm thinking of.
It's like movie stuff. Yeah.
I'm thinking of Inferno. I'm thinking of the refinery at Kiel. I'm thinking like that's a mile apart, man. And I'm trying to get people away, and I'm trying to stop traffic. And I don't really think about it, but I have this vision that my car is gonna take down a whole area and lots of people, and I just couldn't believe it, so it really freaked me out. And here, check this out, man. Here, I got a video here, so you can take this, because if something weird happens to me, man, find this dude. Where is that? Hanging
out here with Mike Wekerle, who's you saw it all over the newspapers, all across Canada.
He's got to push the top when it goes down again. But it's a really weird picture, and I'm very superstitious to begin with, but when that happened, it was the longest 12 minutes. But thank God for the fire department of Caledon. Thank God for the police department, which stopped traffic. Everything went very smooth. They came, they ripped the engine out of the back. The hybrid, there's 3 engines. There's a hybrid engine, there's an aspiration engine, and a hybrid in the front. But they had to rip the hybrid engine off the back of the car, and while it was on the ground, still isolated, it was still sparking on fire because the key speaks to it. Now, it was turned off. It's not my first rodeo, filling a gas can. I've only done this for 35 years, But what happens is the computer chip, because it resets always to the hybrid mode when you start it. So it keeps talking to it. The way the car is designed is a supercar, but the proximity to the fire and the copper wiring, which is a lot in a hybrid engine, and I always say this because people that got hybrid cars don't leave any flammable things around there because there's so much copper. It's highly conductive, and it's not really meant for anything that have any fumes. It's not the gas, it's the fumes. So any kind of paint thinner or anything like that will cause a serious issue in a garage. And I was really surprised by the amount of copper that was there. There was 1.5 inches to the exhaust pipe that was right behind your head as you're driving. And, I thank God I'm here because, no one would ever believe that if they saw the time. And I was sitting there with a guy, Imran Alvi, who helped me stop traffic. And we were just sitting there. He goes, I can't believe this is not blown. Like, we're just, we're scared. We're about a half a mile away, and we're so freaked out being close there, trying to stop traffic, and people are driving around me. But it was a really close to death experience, and it's kind of changed the way I think about things now.
Well, one of the videos you see online is just a young couple who are driving by it, filming it, and you can hear the girl talking to the guy, going, "Don't film this, go away, because you never know."
I told him, I tried to stop the man, and I said, "What's wrong with you, man?" He goes, "No, I was going to take a quick video." I said, "Man, what part of car 20-foot flames and gas station understand? If you like this girl, man, she'll be dead. Like, I don't care if you're 3 blocks away. The impact alone will take the window out, which will shatter.
And everyone damage. Does. The videos you remember seeing, and you mentioned it, this Kiel propane tank exploding, wow. And what happened there, and you see it, and it's essentially
6 blocks away. It broke windows.
It's a bomb that goes off at that point. It's a bomb.
And it's such a pressure shock, and you think of the power of the combustion. And what was really freaky is that this is a gas station, and still with the amount of flame that was going right at the outside pump, I still find it very. thank God. I know something of a higher being saved a lot of people that day.
And truthfully, it speaks to the type of person you are, which is
I've used up a lot of my points in my sieve.
No, but I'm saying, you're concerned
Anyone
about.
got a grandmother I can walk across the street? I don't have any grandparents now.
No, but really, you're concerned with everybody else's. If it was me, Mike Wekerle, I'm like, fuck, there goes my wicked car.
I did. Albeit, it is a beautiful car. I don't want to belittle that part, but. It was really a unique experience, and I was, at first I was stunned and just got stood back, and then I was just angry because people just weren't listening to me, and it's like I was speaking to like just people.
But we don't know, right? In this day and age, everything's a movie set for us. So you see this thing on, and everyone thinks we're invincible.
Gas station is fire, man,
and they don't realize. So they don't realize the potential. It's that spectacle. It's that next YouTube video. It's the next viral thing. It's not that people aren't thinking about themselves that way. And it's lucky that you were out there holding people back.
Well, it wasn't me. There was a lot of people. So like I said,
how did it stop though? How did it actually?
And the picture of the guy in the car there is the volunteer fire captain of Caledon. How ironic's that?
Really, the guy who sat in it.
Yeah. So,
but how did it actually what definition do you have, or what explanation do you have for it not actually exploding this gas station in Caledon?
I think that it was the primary the gentleman at the pump who turned off the pumps because it shut the pump down. So if there was, it must have cleaned, like it must have just stopped it completely at the point where it wouldn't ignite.
There's just so many fumes, though. You would think that it would.
But you know what? It's like. The chance of me not putting I never put my wallet on top of the car, never, and I did this time, because the fire captain gave me my titanium card. And he goes, this made it. Don't leave home without it. And I put the holster in, usually if it was I'm sure if I did it 10 times, 9 out of 10 times, I would try to wipe the car clean because I'd be worried about the gas going down. It's going into the window. The window was open. I don't want to smell fumes.
And that would have spread it, right?
Well, it wasn't on. When the gas leaked, it wasn't on, but if the gas was going in, I would have probably said, I don't want the gas in the car. It's going to make it smell. I didn't have something on me. I had a scarf. I didn't use that. Like a lot of things I didn't do. But when it happened, it was just like, why did I put the gas holster back in the holster? Why did, 4 people around me were just there, said fire, yelled out fire, and everybody had a big part. It wasn't me alone. It was just everyone kind of saw it, and it wasn't the fact that it was the car or the fire. It was the fact that they saw the danger there, and it was just that every car station was full of a car. There were kids looking at the car, and it was like, people said, why'd you go and take the fire extinguisher? Why did the guys go and take the fire extinguishers off the wall and risk their lives to go underneath and put it out the first time? This thing was fully engulfed in flames twice. We put it out once, and then it came back again.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Wow. And what I didn't also realize is are those blisters from the fire?
Yeah.
So you have blisters on your face,
I'm shaving with a tweezer now. I fucking hate it.
Wow, man. Well, listen, it's obviously a very miraculous story at the end of the day.
Really
I think the thing for the layman is like, my God, basically $1 million cars down. That part of it, do you have insurance at least?
Yeah, they waived insurance. They flew 4 guys from Porsche, and Porsche was very responsible. So I give them a lot of credit. So there's nothing I can say about that. They've been extremely professional. They called me immediately. They've done everything they could do to make me feel like anything they'll do, that it's an open book. So I give them all credit. So Porsche Canada, Porsche Europe, well done. And the best thing about this is they were more concerned about the effects of why it happened, because it's not the first time that there has been a problem. Paul Walker, engulfed in flames after he crashed the car, and whether he died from the impact or he died from the flames, we don't know. There's another couple cars that had the same kind of explosion situation, but it's there's gasoline, there's a high-powered car. This is not something that doesn't go without its risks. It's like anything in life.
You think of all the cars that happen in
driving a bicycle here.
No, I just think of the fires that happen in any major car race, because of these are not your regular cars, and that Porsche you had was not a regular car.
I've seen people in bars do tricks with alcohol, where they blow alcohol and they blow they put themselves on fire. I've seen that before, and it's just like one small move can be the difference of making something that you've done 1,000 times to making it a complete disaster. You think of the concerts that have gone up with a pyrotechnic that's done 1,000 times that one time didn't have it right.
Yeah, in Chicago situated, that one year, yeah.
You think of that, like there's all these things that come to fruition, and you go, man, I'm just God bless that no one got hurt, and the car's gonna be compensated for, and Porsche's doing everything they can, and hopefully in the future, there won't be any other further issues that come from the car, whether the recall of something with the gas tank or whatever.
Wow. Well, maybe that dude in the picture where you're sitting in the car and there's an image there. To me, it looks like Mr. T. I think he saved your life.
Well, I don't know. I kind of view him as, I don't know if he's good or bad, but the Dove I like is good because that has
interesting.
But
do you think it was? Do you believe in sort of this? Maybe there's someone off to get you and bring you into this into another place.
I'm a very superstitious guy. As I like to look at all the eyes of wearing off. But I think that there is some sign at some point in time. Maybe it's a warning sign. And I didn't take the warning, but maybe it was a warning sign of some sort that be careful, and maybe. I don't know.
Is it to take care of yourself? Is it to really just be cautious of the way you live? And listen, you're a fun guy.
But I'm definitely not going to have a supercar. So I'm now looking at cars I'm going to be driven now from now on, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, not that I don't support driving fast cars. If I do it, I'll do it on a track and pay the money to be on a race car or whatever I can do at the time. But like I said, driving in the city, my lifestyle now is even getting more crazy. So with young kids, I'm the only father that only parent my children have, so I can't go down. And, what I think about is that all the other perils that come from it, and, we all like to have a few drinks after work, and, it doesn't take too much to get in a car. So, for a bunch of good reasons, I'm going to be driven.
Good for you, man. I mean, and fuck, I wish I had the money to be driven. That's awesome.
Actually, it's a lot cheaper, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. I guess when you buy a car that's almost $900,000.
It's an orange and green limo. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah, shag rug. Are you doing a shag rug? Is that
it's fantastic?
Yeah, you should get like an old
9065.
Hey, real quick, because we don't have a ton of time here, Mike. But Dragon's Den is premiering
October 15th.
Yeah,
yes.
You
It's
must
all coming, man. October 15th, and we'll see you there at the opening. The premiere.
Great stuff, and I mean, you must be excited. Are you ready for what's about to happen to you? Because I'm not saying this in a.
Working out.
I can tell your gut looks sexy. We got a vibrator for you too.
I don't need that, man.
Okay.
Seriously, I think I got enough vibrations from the car, man. I'm just walking slowly now. No, I gotta start. I'll be gearing up for that. I've been kind of freaked out last week, so I'm now.
It's coming, bro.
It's funny. It didn't sink in until about 5 days later after the accident, and now Dragon's Den hasn't really sunk in until I see the episode. So. I'm not really putting too much attention into it because I didn't at first. And I think that's what made me, do a decent job on it because I didn't really think.
It wasn't about the celebrity; it was about business.
I'm not a celebrity.
Yeah, you will be.
Well,
you
Todd,
watch.
Not as much as you.
No.
So if I change my name to Todd Shapiro.
I would love that. That'd be the best promotion in the world. So please, thank you. Yeah, I honestly, if you could do that,
I'll do it, man.
Okay. I'll even drive you around.
Jeez, you don't have a license, but I'll do it. No, I'll drive with you, man. We'll be driving in.
We'll drive whatever car we can get.
Peugeot?
Yeah, I got a Jeep. We can just go hang out in the Jeep, man. Old school.
Done. I do that.
Do we have a band here? Are they going to come back? The band?
They can't come back because they're flying back.
How about acapella?
We could play Wekerle song, but do you want to record them after the show? And play
do you have a song for Weck?
Yeah, let's do a Wekerle song.
Why don't you play it? Yeah, okay. Michael Wekerle, everyone. Look for him on the premiere Dragon's Den.
Todd, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to come to the show, and what a great show.
We're going to Leaf game, right, man?
We're going to Leaf game right now.
So
go Leafs, man. Montreal Canadiens, Leafs, and let's go Leafs. But I'll tell you, Todd Shapiro, he deserves a lot more credit, as does the band, as does all the teammates here.
It's a
great show, so you guys better start listening and putting some money in here. Pay now. Ha.
I love this guy.
Ford Escape.
Let's hear it.
I got to get 250, right?
I got a minute. This is for Michael Wekerle.
Where's the library? Where's the book?
It's dedicated to my favorite man, Michael Wekerle, my favorite band, USS. All I really want to say is Weck is here today. All I really want to do is dance around with you. Weck's here again, the coolest dragon in the den. All I really want to say is Weck is here today. Weck's got infinite ammunition coming out the yin-yang. He's got limitless self-position. Weck's got infinite ammunition coming out the yin-yang. He's got limitless stealth positions. Weck is the champion. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Weck is the champion.
Thanks again for joining us on the Todd Shapiro Show here on SiriusXM Canada Laughs, channel 168.